Hey, hello everybody, my name is CulBlu, and I'm bringing you guys, once again, another game in the TI4 Qualifiers, North American, of course, because we are still working on this one collectively, and the playlist is starting to shape up, and I'm actually a little bit excited to see everything come together. But this is the 5th game in our series, the 4th game that I'm actually casting, and yeah, this is going to be Top 5 versus Team E-Hug. I don't really know what to expect from this one, but judging by what I've seen in the other games, I pretty much have seen either stomps or kind of back and forth very early, and then just one team just kind of runs away with it. I haven't really seen too many like, oh my gosh, this team is totally stomping the other team, but I have seen some mistakes made that caused one team to fall a lot shorter than the other team. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this game because we got Top 5 versus Team E-Hug, like I said before. I'm a little bit excited to see Team E-Hug here. Actually, hold on. Is Team E-Hug, I think, are they? They are Pretty Boy Swag? The old Pretty Boy Swag? I don't remember. I hope it's them. But I'm a little excited to see them here because it's like, oh my gosh, Team E-Hug, I saw them grow up if they're Pretty Boy Swag. Or if they were previously Pretty Boy Swag, which I should know. But if they're not, then guys, go ahead and shoot me. My bad. But speaking of the bans and picks so far, we see a ban on Batrider, a ban on Lycan, a ban on Sand King. I seriously doubt we'll be able to ever see a game of Lycan. I just want to see why. Well, not necessarily why, but I just want to see what people can actually do with Lycan whenever they get them. Because I am a firm believer that the push strat is strong. Yes, I believe that. But I don't think it's necessary to ban Lycan every single freaking time. Like, I'm pretty sure a team can deal with him. He can be dealt with in certain ways. I just can't think of any at the top of my head. But maybe so I can find the ultimate strategy just to slap Lycan in the face. Because they know everybody wants to get Lycan. But then again, you also have to consider the situation that we're in right now. The TI4 Qualifiers, basically it's a bunch of teams all trying to qualify for one spot, actually 2 spots. Technically 2 spots. All trying to compete for 2 spots, and they really just want to win their games and just be as impressive as possible without giving away without giving away too much of their, ace in the hole strategies. So with all that, keeping all that in mind, I mean, sorry man, these words are hard. Sorry guys, it's early in the morning for me. Keeping all that in mind, a lot of teams just probably want to go for the easy win, just going to want to go for the autopilot win. So they just pick Lycan, pick Shadow Shaman, just push all your towers, and you just can't do anything about it. You just gotta be sad, just be mad, bro. So seeing him banned out makes a lot of sense. So all teams have to kind of play, honestly, have to play with a little bit more skill than just pick Lycan and auto win or something like that. Now, speaking of the other ban, Invoker was banned out. Kind of same concept. He is not necessarily a snowbally hero, but he can, for some reason, snowball pretty well. Quad-Wax Invoker just has so much control, it just makes you annoyed as all crap. So seeing him banned out makes a lot of sense. On the side of Top 5, they don't want to be the ones that face up against that. And on Team E-Hug side, they picked up the Centaur as their first pick. Top 5 picked up the Treant Protector plus the Mirana. I've seen this a few times by now. I think I've seen Treant Protector and Mirana in every single game. But basically what this is a sign of is that this is a sign, Top 5 basically want to have the, chill strategy where they don't want to go too risky, they want to be as safe as possible. Treant Protector's living armor should protect anybody who wants to go crazy and go for a dive. Treant Protector's living armor should protect anybody who gets a little bit too low. And Mirana's arrow, she can just set up the easiest of kills, guys. I mean, I'm just talking like the easiest of kills. Case in point, I was playing a Billy Draft once, and yes, guys, I know I talk about Billy Draft a lot, but you just have to deal with it. Come on, guys, go along with it. I was playing ability draft once, and I was, level 1 or level 0 minute mark. We're waiting for the runes. I found the rune at the bottom lane, and I'm like, okay, cool, I got the rune. And suddenly there's like one person coming from the front, one person coming from the side. I'm like, okay, that's not that bad. And I see an arrow flying from the left side, and I'm like, oh crap, I need to dodge this. So what do? I walk right into the arrow. The arrow connects with me, and that's a 5-second stun, long enough time for them to kill me, and they got first blood easy every single time. So if you can set up easy kills like that, even at level 1, you can just do some pretty nasty stuff if Team E-Hug get caught out of position pretty darn hard. Speaking of getting caught out of position, Wraith King, I don't necessarily think he's one of the best people to catch people out of positions, but his Wraith Fire Blast, if he has the mana to sustain it, is a really good chasing mechanism. Not only does it stun you for 2 seconds, but also slows you for 2 seconds, and it's only on an 8-second cooldown. So that means he stuns you for 2 seconds, and then you're slow for 2 seconds trying to run away. He's out, of course he's chasing, so he's catching up. And then once that 4 seconds of hell is up on you, you can actually start running away. It doesn't really matter. You probably got either creep blocks or you got body blocked by your ally, and the Wraith King can just toss out another one because the range on that thing is pretty darn far too. So I actually do like the Wraith King pickup. He should be nice in his lineup. I mean, I'm just a little concerned. Maybe an Anti-Mage might get picked up. Anti-Mage does extremely well versus Wraith King, burning all of his mana, making sure he can't do jack squat. No reincarnation for you, bro. Let's go and look at the bans really quickly, though, because we see Ancient Apparition ban, Morphling ban, and a DK ban. I've seen Morphling played a few times so far in this tournament, and every single time I've seen him played, he has not been doing well. Mainly because Morphling needs to have such a long time before he can actually start doing things, that the enemy team is usually either just completely dominated in the early game and Morphling got shut down, or the enemy team has taken so many towers and taken so much space from Morphling that he has no room to farm, and it just doesn't matter. So seeing Morphling banned out, I don't think it's necessary. Top 5 could have easily picked up a Morphling, and maybe they could have made something work with it, because their lineup is so protective, with the Tree Protector plus a Mirana, and now the Nyx Assassin, which I'm assuming he would have got picked up anyway, even if Morphling was still in the pool. But with all that said, a 4 Protect 1 strategy doesn't seem to fly all that well in this tournament so far, and I have yet to see a game that lasts long enough for the carry on the side that has the 4 Protect 1 strategy, for that carry to become super powerful and just destroy everybody just by staring at them. Which is a very scary moment in the game, guys. Because as a support, as a person who plays supports a lot, when the carry stares at you and you die, it is not a fun time. It is not a fun time. Alright, so moving on to the rest of top 5's bans. They banned out the Visage as the last ban, and I don't think I talked about the Ancient Apparition that much. But AA, he does break up those team fights. He is a nice person to stop a lot of aggression. So top 5, they're likely going to be going for a lot of dives and a lot of crazy aggression, judging by that ban. And Visage, he kind of the same thing. His familiars are really annoying. He can counter initiate to some extent with those familiars, and also with his Grave Chill, or not his Grave Chill, the Soul Assumption. With that damage just to scare you away. So all this lets me know that top 5 want to go balls to the wall, and Team E-Hug, they want to have they want to go like kind of some pseudo late game strategy. I think we saw Wraith King work a game before, so a Wraith King worked out really well. Basically the stuns were really good for him, and also having the high crit coming out from his normal mortal strike, and he got a bunch of attack speed too, so that all worked out because the team didn't shut him down hard enough. Because they couldn't. I mean, he's a freaking wraith or zombie. I'll call him zombie, guys. I'll call him a zombie. But yeah, seeing the Morphling ban out, seeing the DK ban out, like I said, they want to ban out people who can carry a lot harder than whoever they're going to pick. I'm still not certain if it's going to be Wraith King. He's going to be the primary carry. He can be played as support. It's not common. I haven't seen it in a long time. But Wraith King can be played as a support. Like, I haven't seen Wraith King play as a support since the days of Skeleton King. Like, that was the last time I seen Wraith King play as a support. Unless you count me, because I play Wraith King as a support every once in a while, but it's not as fun, because you have to get a Dagon, 4 staff, and Rod of Atos maybe. Just to make sure you can chase effectively.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright, so moving on to top 5 side. Witch Doctor will be the pickup, so they have their 2 supports paying out for them. They have the Tree Protector, Witch Doctor, and they also have the Nyx Assassin for their off lane, presumably. Or maybe they're going for a tri-lane with the Mirana, Nyx Assassin, Witch Doctor, Tree Protector off lane, and somebody in the mid. The mid is going to be extremely important for them, though, because whoever top 5 puts mid is going to be setting the tempo for this entire game. Mirana as a carry, I'm not a huge fan of it. You guys probably already know this, but basically she really needs to get herself either a hand of Midas or a really good lead. It's not absolutely necessary for her to get hand of Midas. She does have some good rotations with her arrows, and she does have some good farm in between those ganks. Then she can be perfectly fine as a carry. I just don't think that she can provide as much as somebody like an Anti-Mage, somebody like a Faceless Voice, somebody like a Wraith King, somebody like a Morphling, for God's sake. Because all she can really do is toss arrow and leap, and I mean Starstorm does a decent amount of damage, but it's not enough.
Radiant team plan.
So top 5 ban out the Templar Assassin as their last ban. Team E-Hug, they picked up the Rubik on their side, which I'm a little bit okay. Rubik's always good in lineup. He can steal an Impale, and that'll be really nice for him. He can also steal maybe an arrow from Mirana, which would be phenomenal for him for ganking. And Tree Protector's ulti will be always great too. So I guess it's okay. Rubik is fine. We'll just have to wait and see what Team E-Hug decide to ban on. They decided to ban on a Naga, who's that counter initiation annoyance. I did not foresee Anaya getting picked up, but top 5 do still have room technically for a carry. If they want to run Mirana in the off lane, or sorry, run Mirana in a tri lane and maybe run Witch Doctor mid or something like that, or maybe Nyx Assassin mid, and Chain Protector and Mirana and Witch Doctor. I mean, there are quite a few ways you can cut this lineup for top 5. They could very well do a 2-2 or a 2-1-2, where they have 2 people in the top lane, 1 person in the middle lane, and 2 people in the bottom lane. It all depends on who this last pickup is going to be. And I honestly thought that maybe top 5 were going to go for the Templar Assassin themselves, because she will be a very high impact hero. She's required, or she really needs a snowball, sure, but she can have a bunch of impact versus someone like a Wraith King and a Centaur War Runner, who relies so much on having armor and just being so beefy that Templar Assassin says, bro, I'm gonna take your armor away and I'm gonna kill you, because I'm gonna get a I'm gonna get a Blink Dagger Desolator, and you're not gonna have fun. You're not going to have a good time. So top 5 are going to go ahead and take their sweet time for this last pick. And while they do that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know where you can find me if you guys want to check out my stuff. YouTube.com/CulBlu Dota. That's CULBLU Dota. Go check it out if you guys want to check out more of my stuff. We also have a playlist of the TI4 coverage that will be linked at the very end of this video if you guys want to follow along with the playlist. This is, like I said, game number 5 that we've casted collectively. It should link you to the next game in the playlist if it's one of my videos, if it's one of my friends' videos. It won't. It may not. I mean, I'm gonna try my hardest to ask them to link it to the next video, but I can't guarantee anything for you guys. But the annotations will be there on the videos that I post, so you can get to the playlist if you guys want to watch everything, you know, for your viewing pleasure, for your viewing convenience. So you don't have to click all over and try to find the next game. Just watch it in order, because CulBlu is all about the order most of the time. Alright, so top 5, pick up that Viper on their last pick. He's going to be playing that mid role for them. A solid mid, not going to be too great in the late game, but he should be decent enough for maybe to maybe allow them to get some aggression in the mid game. And a Tinker's going to be the last pickup, but Team E-Hug. I think I've seen a Tinker once before, and I don't think he did all that well. But we'll have to wait and see how Team E-Hug decide to play this. The basic goal of a Tinker is to create as much room as possible for Wraith King to farm, since Wraith King is playing that carry role. And now that you have Jakiro and Rubik playing their supports for Wraith King should be pretty fine as far as his lane goes. They have some really nice disables to throw on top of people who decided to get aggressive versus Wraith King. And on top of that, they actually have quite a potent kill lane, which I actually need to turn my camera speeds down.
Time for preparation.
Because that is not enjoyable at all. Welcome to Seasick Population U. Alright. Let's see, license and let's move this and let's go and do introductions. Start off on the side of Team E-Hug. Of course, we see Pendego on that Jakiro. Moving on to the Centaur Warner, we see Cakes on that Centaur Warner. Moving over to this Wraith King, we see No! Stand-in No, that is, on Wraith King. Justin will be playing that Tinker. And last but not least, on this Rubik, who has a very cool looking mask, we have I'm a Sheep Sucks, of course, playing him. Moving on to the side of top 5, on this Chain Protector, we see Shanks. And on this Nyx Assassin, we see DJ. Moving on to this Mirana, we see Pat Soul. And on this Witch Doctor, we see Whatever. And last but not least, of course, we see Fly on that Viper, playing that very important Viper role, because he is the Viper of his team. I don't know. There was a joke here somewhere, guys. It got lost. Got lost among the forest. So there you have it, guys. Those are your players in this game. I'll try my hardest to call them by the names, because that is one thing that we should do as professional casters. And I say professional. When I say professional, I mean I'm treating myself as a professional. So therefore, I am professional. Right? Right? Self-fulfilling prophecies, anyone? Anyone? Anyway. Rubik's staff looks cool. Like, it always does that little weird thing. So, anywho. So we got the D-ward already thrown, or the D-warding already done. Nice little D-warding right there. That's a very common ward nowadays. It's a really great ward to place because it lets you know who is coming around the corner for a gank. You can also see, for the most part, if anybody runs through here, they try to go for a gank through that way. But it won't allow you to see anybody trying to wrap around the backside. Usually doesn't really, actually no, it will. The observer ward does reach that far. 1800 vision range versus the detection range of a sentry ward, which is, I should know this, but I don't. I want to say something pretty far. Anyway, Chikiro doing some harassment, Pandago doing a good job, forcing Nyx's assassin back a little bit with that free damage. Liquid Fire, really good harassment tool. And top 5, or sorry, DJ on the Nyx's assassin, going to get himself a very early impale. Just to make sure nothing goes down too terribly crazy. Speaking of things going down too crazy, we got Tinker mid taking a bunch of damage. Hatred was picked up by Train Protector. Totally should have paid attention to that, but my bad, guys. Doesn't really matter. Tinker does die mid, which is going to actually hold him back a little bit, which might throw a monkey wrench in the strategy of Teamy Hug a little bit early. Maybe a little bit earlier than they want to, but at the very least, Chikiro and Rubik are having a fun time making Nyx's assassin's life not that fun. Speaking of making his life not that fun, we got them getting a little bit aggressive on Nyx's assassin. DJ gonna be forced to run away. I'm a cheap sucks coming with the telekinesis. And up top, we got a convergence on top of Cakes. Cakes might be in trouble. Train Protector can't throw out that slow. He will throw out the slow. The Maledict are also thrown on top of Cakes, and Cakes will officially be losing his life. Train Protector is going to go and stand still, collect XP, let Marana collect that kill. Do not pass go. Do not collect $100 or $200. Go immediately to jail. That's exactly what they said to Train Protector. And of course, in this case, jail equals the grave. And the grave, you don't get money, you actually lose money. So, do pass go, lose $200, and go directly to death. There. That's exactly what they said, guys. That's exactly what they said. Alright, so far, I mean, the lanes are not looking all that, what's the word I'm looking for? Unusual. They're not looking all that unusual. Tinker versus Viper mid. Technically Viper should be able to get enough farm to where Tinker doesn't become that big of an issue. He does have that magic resist coming on top of him, which margin machines, I know it goes through magic immunity, guys, but it does get reduced by magic resistance, but that laser does not. And actually Viper's going to go ahead and get aggressive on top of Justin. Justin might have made a wrong move. The trees are actually dead, so Viper does still have vision. He's going to go for the kill. He's going to go all in. Not going to be able to find the last hit on top of that. Tinker might need to be a little bit careful because he really wants a bottle or boots or something of the sort. And Tinker actually looking for a laser, not going to be able to find it. Throws on the marching machines, just runs away. Will Viper decide to go for some damage on top of Tinker? No, he will not. Invis Room going to be picked up by Viper. He has a bottle as well, so it's going to be bottled up. And this middle lane is looking actually more exciting than I thought it was going to be. So we got Cakes collecting some XP down here because he knows the creeps are being denied.
Dire's middle tower is under
Just says, nope, I'm going to collect my XP and I'm going to go about my way. Meanwhile, down bottom, Wraith King's getting all kinds of room to farm. Nyx's assassin not really having all that much fun going against these supports. They're just being super obnoxious. Chikiro doing a good job. Liquid Fire, guys, probably one of the best abilities in the world. I'm joking, guys. It's not one of the best abilities in the world. But it's a really nice ability because it costs no mana. And I think at max level it does like 400 damage. Nope, at max level it does 200. Did I say 400? My bad. It does 250 damage at max level. But at level 1, it does 100 damage. So every liquid fire is 100 damage to Nyx's assassin. Of course, that's magic damage, so it is reduced by 25%. So it means every liquid fire does exactly 75 damage to Nyx's assassin, which is 75 less HP that he'll have. He'll be forced to eat a tango every single time. And how much is a tango heals? Okay, 115, right. But see, the best thing about it, Jakiro's liquid fire costs no mana, and he has unlimited amounts of it. Hatred picked up by Nyx's assassin. I think he should rotate and try to go for a gank on top of Viper, but he's actually not going to go for a Rubik. Telekinesis Nyx's assassin on top of the high ground. Nyx's assassin pops up Spike Carapace. Wraith King throws the stun, or pulls the stun. The stun does finally go through, but the living armor is going to be thrown on top of him. Nice little polo and stun coming out from No on that Wraith King. Make sure he doesn't stun himself on the Spike Carapace. Now my big question is, will Wraith King be building himself a hand of Midas, or will he be going for those typical power treads into armlet, which we've seen Wraith Kings do in the past? I don't really know. But meanwhile, top we got Cakes in a little bit of trouble. Triple Jack throws out that slow. The slow is going to come through, and also with the casket, plus the malady, plus the damage, easy kills easy. Wish Doctor does pick up that kill on top of Centaur Warrunner. And Tinker dies mid to Viper. Viper just claiming himself an easy kill. Looks like the Viper strike was dropped, and also a lot of poison strikes. Or poison attacks, my bad.
Radiant's top tower is
oh yeah, right, and he also has another toxin up to level 3, which means that he's officially a huge danger to everybody who's involved in the map. And so far, EHUG not able to get anything going their way. Like I said, the one silver lining for their team is the fact that Wraith King has not really been bothered that much. And I'm really digging Wraith King's build.
Radiant's top tower
This is a
needs
typical Wraith King
bandages.
build. Basically, you max Wraithfire Blast and you put a lot of points in stats because you don't need anything else. Really, your crit is not really all that impressive early on because you don't have that much damage, and your Vampiric Aura pushes your lane pretty darn hard, so you want to just go ahead and not put any points in that. So maxing out the Wraithfire Blast maximizes the amount of damage that it does, where the cost of the mana cost actually never changes at all. And putting a lot of points inside your oh wait, hold on, we got a lot of damage coming towards Nick. He will be going down. He actually pops off a beautiful spike carapace, gonna be able to survive just because of that. But let's see if Jakiro's looking fire will finish off. Actually, the answer is no. Viper gets hit with the stun. Living Armor does come off from Tree Protect. Now Wraith King's in a little bit of trouble. Ice Path comes off from Jakiro, not gonna be fast enough. Trying to get this kill on top of Nick's assassin, but he's still somehow survivable. Pandago trying to go for a kill on top of Viper now, and he immediately regrets his decision. He officially goes down. Triple kill for Viper. Fly getting rewarded with his vigilance. Rotates down bottom, gets himself a lot of kills, and he is now officially a happy rat fly thing. I don't know, what the heck is Viper? Is he like a fish? I think Viper's a fish. He is a fish. He's a fly fish. No, he's a bat. He's a fish bat. Viper is a fish bat, guys. Viper is a fish bat. But the main thing that kept him alive, though, was, of course, the living armor. Nick's assassin, spike carapace was all in points. The stuns were not fast enough coming out from, or chained well enough, I guess. Well, actually, I take it back. They were chained as well as they could be for E-Hug, but they weren't chained as efficiently as they wanted to kill Nick's assassin. Like, he had just a little bit too much HP. That stealth shield, though. That stealth shield, though. Tinker officially has himself a bottle. The courier's gonna come through and take the bottle back home. Fly, El Gato, fly. And now we got Justin, might be getting ganked here very soon. Nick's assassin comes on the side, and beautiful spike care is just one thing you can do. Very annoying. Justin will be going down. Ice Path comes off from Jakiro. Viper very smartly doesn't run into it. Now Tinker throws out a nice little laser. He still loses life because of the corrosive skin, but Viper doesn't really care. Pops himself a mechanism and runs away. And looks like Tinker dies once again. And with Tinker dying so much, that's going to be not that much room created for Wraith King once this middle game starts. And the reason why the mid game is extremely important for Wraith King to have as much room as possible, or for Tinker to have his boosted travels up, is because Tinker needs to create room. If Nick's assassin is spending a lot of time ganking a Tinker who's pushing lanes, then that's fine. That means that that's less time going to be spent towards Wraith King, focusing on Wraith King. And the more farm Wraith King can get, the more crazy of a carry he can become. And I'm actually a little bit concerned because he has a lot of gold saved up. And he buys a Blink Dagger. Okay. Blinking Wraith King is what we're going to see in this game. So he can actually be a little bit more aggressive, be more active in the mid game. I was kind of hoping that we see the late game carry Wraith King, but looks like we're not going to see it. Justin up top, he's in a little bit of trouble. He's in a big predicament. We got a Witch Doctor and a Mirana coming around the corner. The arrow does just somehow miss. Wraith King does come in. Beautiful stun. Now the damage is going to come on top of Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor does officially die. The casket going to be bouncing through. And it's a level 3 casket. Just being as obnoxious as possible. So the Wraith King rotation is going to be enough. Oh well, hold on. Wraith King blinks forward, goes for the stun. He's going to try to go for the damage on Mirana. That's a maxed out Wraithfire Blast, but it's not going to be enough. And Wraith King forced to run away. He can blink away in a few seconds, and it looks like he will do so. And Viper is actually still in the chase. He's looking for a Viper strike. I don't think he'll be in range anytime soon on Viper or on Tinker. Really wishes he had an Axe right now. He really wishes he had an Axe. So another thing to point out is that Cakes does officially have his ulti up, so that's going to be really nice for his initiations / counter initiations. We also have the ultis up on, well, okay, just the ultis up on Wraith King too, which I guess is significant. I mean, meh. No. Taking a look at the goal graph, we see it's 4,000 in favor of top 5, which basically means that Team E-Hug have been dying quite a bit. Actually, oh man, wish I could try to time that right. He throws up, the ulti comes out for Sitso Warren, just keep himself alive. Wraith King and crew show up as fast as they possibly can. They will be able to defend this middle tower, and ulti aggression come out for these guys. I honestly don't know if top 5 can actually go in for this. The main reason being is that Tinker's going to throw a Marching Machine, which is going to do a nice chunk of damage. And also you have the Wraith King around the corner whose ulti is available right now. Rubik not level 6, but he's going to be level 6 soon. So that's going to be cool for him. And Jakiro doing some stacking, so Pandago doing his job, due diligence as a carry, or as a support. But meanwhile, the vision coming out from top 5 is actually really good. They have some very aggressive wards placed. This one is perfect for letting them know who's stacking and when they're stacking. This one's also perfect for saying, hey, somebody's coming up top to defend, let's back away. But with these two wards combined, they can basically see the whole picture of how the top tower is getting defended, and they can use it to their advantage. They can say, okay, there's a lot of people up top, let's go ahead and just be aggressive down bottom, force them to TP down bottom. And then when they actually do finally TP down bottom, whoever's up here, Pat Soul on that Mirana, could just casually kill that top tower. And killing a tier 2 tower at this stage in the game, guys, is actually a big deal. 12-minute mark, tier 2, always good, always good. Really good stacking coming up from Jakiro. This is a 4 stack by the looks of it. Meanwhile, mid, Tinker still trying to build those boots to travel. He's 500 gold away from that, so he really does not want to die right now. And Viper really wants to kill him right now. Maybe Tinker walks a little bit too far forward. Let's say Justin won't.
Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited.
Actually, I just realized that Rubik does have a point of his null fill a little bit early. A lot of times you see Rubik skip null fill completely, and they favor telekinesis, and they also favor Fadebolt, because Fadebolt, same thing as Wraith King's Wraithfire Blast, does not change the mana cost, but changes in damage quite a bit once you put more points inside of it. But the null fill, all it does is it just gives the AoE magic resist, which is really nice to have for everybody who's on your team, and everybody who's taking a bunch of magic damage. It's going to be really nice versus pretty much the Viper, pretty much all the Viper's damage. That's really it. Meanwhile, top Wraith King might be a little bit of trouble. His ult is available, so he can't just come back alive and blink away if things do get too hairy for him. But I think the main picture is going to be in the mid lane. We got the rotations coming in, Nick Assassin plus Stream Protector around the corner. Jakiro taking a bunch of damage. He's officially gone. We got Tinker throw out the March Machine. Rubik stole something. He stole Impale. It's going to be perfect for him to have. Stream Protector going to be stuck in the trees. His ulti is available. He's going to be forced to drop it if he really wants to survive. He's actually not going to drop it right now. He's going to drop it. He does get hit with the stun. He's getting hit with a living armor, keeping him alive, nice and healthy. He officially goes down though. Tinker able to finish off. Meanwhile, around the corner, we got the fight happening. The fight continuing. The whole entire cavalry from top 5 do come in, kill a Rubik, and now they'll be able to kill his tower. They should be able to take his tower uncontested because Wish Doctor does have that heal. We also have a regen Runo Viper to just make things worse. Middle tower does go down. Pat Soul did in fact build that hand of mine, so he is going to try to transition to that carry Mirana. And now Tree has himself a medallion of courage. So brave, so brave. Such a brave Tree, you. But the medallion of courage is going to be great for him because it gives us a nice bit of armor, and also on top of that, the medallion of courage also gives Stream Protector and his team the green light to go ahead and go Roshan, because -6 armor on Roshan does do quite a bit of work, especially considering that he only has 6 armor right now. So if they go for Roshan right now, he'll have 0 armor, which means that every single bit of physical damage that gets hit or shot at him, he will feel every single piece of it, and he will be not liking it at all. Stream Protector doing some healing. Shanks doing a good job of that. Meanwhile, down bottom, 4 people on the dire side is going to go ahead and kill his bottom tower. They're playing ring around the towers right now. I think this is a perfect time because Tinker just got his boost to travel as far as I'm concerned. So he's just starting to go around and push his lanes. They're going to try to respond. They're going to try to trade towers by killing his mid tower, but his mid tower did get healed up quite a bit coming up because of that living armor, which actually still going through. And it will finally be running out, but the tower, like I said, got healed up quite a bit. Marching machines are going to come through. Nick Assassin blinks in. The fight is going to be coming around the corner. Rubik stole Impale, which is actually another good spell for him to steal. Always a good spell for him to steal. Tinker forces TP out. Jakiro just barely dodging an arrow. Feeling like Indiana Jones. Like, he got his Indiana Jones swag on right now. Just like, go ahead and put on your hat, bro. Put on your hat and get your bull whip out. But Cake's getting himself some much needed farm. He's going to be able to buy his Blink Dagger here very soon. And by very soon, I mean like in the next like 20 hours. Rotations do come around the corner. Moonlight Shadow is used. They do have a central place. Nick Assassin going to be getting murdered in the face. DJ does officially go down. He dropped the beat, and that was his life. Meanwhile, the rest of everybody on top 5 do back away as fast as they possibly can. They do not want to die right now. And Viper's working on the Ags. Okay, so this is one thing to consider. Agnoceptor on Viper is going to allow him to just throw out like at least 2 Viper strikes in a team fight. He should be able to survive long enough for that. But I don't think it's going to help him out all that much in the late game because, like I said, Wraith King, he kind of has 2 lives, and Wraith King doesn't really care. About them slows after he comes back alive. If he does get a BKB, which I really do hope he gets one, he can just ignore everything except for maybe the Viper Strike, which would be annoying. Actually, no, he can't. Tree Protect his ulti too. I forgot about that one. Anyway, Roshan's getting beat up right now. He's getting punched in the face quite a bit by all these mean people. They will be claiming his life here very soon, and I think the Aegis should go to Mirana, but it might go to Viper. Viper does not have room. He'll drop a TP scroll. Likely he'll drop a TP scroll. And there's the heal, keeping everybody nice and healthy. Medallion Courage once again. And Roshan's just getting beat up. While he's getting beat up, let's go and look at these items because I want to see who has the most impressive thing on the map. And I think the most impressive thing still, it has to be those boosted travels on Tinker. Somehow he managed to get that. After 2 kills and 3 deaths, he manages to get a boosted travel at like, what, the 14-minute mark? If I recall correctly. Or IRC. Blink Daggers are up on Nyx Assassin, also on Wraith King, so I think that's another item to note, because Nyx Assassin Blink Dagger, he can just blink in, like we saw before, blink into the March Machines, force everybody to just back away. Tinker will be forced to stand still because he gets stunned up with that maxed out Spike Carapace, which is a 2.4 second stun. And yeah, they can just get aggressive on Tinker's face and just slap him down. And I actually never considered this, but Nyx Assassin versus Tinker, that dynamic is actually really, really nice, because Tinkers usually, they want to come through, throw a bunch of March Machines, and then blink away. Or not blink away, TP out. But if you throw a bunch of March Machines as a Tinker, and then you try to TP out, and you get hit with a Spike Carapace stun, that's 2.4 seconds that you're vulnerable completely, and also you have to worry about rearming again. So you have to rearm once again, which is another 3 seconds at this current level. Actually, he should have, no, okay. Which is another 3 seconds at this level. So it's 5 seconds of essentially stun, and then you have to worry about TPing out, which is a whole entire 4 seconds of your life. That is 9 seconds added on to your normal TP schedule, which is usually just 4 seconds flat. So some really cool stuff. Like I said, never considered it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and claim credit for it. You guys heard it here first. CulBlu claims credit for everything that he does not do. That's not true. That's not true. So rotations are coming through. Wraith King does have a dust of appearance to make sure he can actually kill anybody when they do Moonlight Shadow. Mirana, Hand to Midas is finished. I think she's working on a Lincoln Sphere. I hope she's working on a Lincoln Sphere and not anything else. Like a Bloodstone, which would be silly. But a Lincoln Sphere would be really great versus Wraith King because he only has 1 stun for every 8 seconds. And if he could just not be stunned for like 4 seconds. Or not stunned / slowed for 4 seconds, then you'll be happy about your life. The Sentry Ward is placed inside the jungle. I don't know if it has vision of these guys who are smoked up all up in here. But if anybody does walk around the corner, they will immediately see the person smoked up. Actually, I think this is, yeah, that distance is right. Like that's a distance where smoke reveals. So should be able to see him. Tinker's gonna actually walk down bottom. Those are a few March Machines. Viper's around the corner too. They do actually converge on top of this Wraith King, who's actually going to be going down. He doesn't want to die right now. He throws out a stun on top of Tree Protector, forcing him to stand still. Rubik stills himself once again, and well, okay. I was gonna say once again he stills Impale. Mirana ulti does get used. Moonlight Shadow drop down. Dust of Appearance can be dropped down by Wraith King if he needs to. Sentry Ward is placed around the corner instead, and they do all completely retreat, which I do fully agree with, because this is not a fight that they will really want to have. Creep is going to go ahead and say, "Hey, bro, we can see you." And they do know that there's a Siege Roll place around here. I won't be surprised if we see a top 5 build themselves a gym for de-warding purposes, because the wards are placed all around the map by E-Hug, and I do foresee them building a gym soon. But I think top 5 are in a better position to build that gym, or buy that gym, so they can actually de-ward and know when their cover has been officially blown.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Pat Soul taking all the right clicks in the world from the tower. Gonna back away. Viper, Aghanim Scepter is available, so he can actually drop it from, I think, that range. Relative to him and Wraith King. So he has quite a bit of cast range on top of that Viper Strike. Nice little bit of initiation power. Alright, does the Scepter mana cost go down too? I think the Scepter mana cost goes down. Or maybe it went up, I don't really know. I didn't pay attention to it. It probably goes down, because Scepters usually make it better, not worse. Unless you're Lion and his ulti, which I think, like, actually, I don't even know if Lion ultis, if that goes down in mana cost or goes up, or stays the same. I should know these things as a caster, guys. I'm so sorry, I apologize. Forgive me for I not know what I do. Moving over to the items that we got to talk about though, because we got a blink dagger on blink dagger on blink dagger on the side of E-Hug. They are going for the immediate initiation. I really love seeing this come out from them because that means that they can be as explosive as possible. They can just jump right on top of everybody on top 5 and just like say surprise and then kill them every single time. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about though is the counter initiation power coming out from top 5 is actually quite high because not only do they have the Moonlight Shadow coming out from Mirana, but they also have Chain Protector's ulti. Which is going to be a really, really great way for him to say, no, stop fighting, please. And then they'll just stand still for, what, 3 seconds? Nope, wrong person. They'll stand still for, yep, 3 seconds right now. The observers over here for the Radiant, and also for the Dire, they do see all the people on the Radiant hanging out over here, getting their farm in their jungle, getting their farm on. I'm actually surprised to see that no towers have gone down, especially considering there's a Justin on that Tinker around the corner, but we also have to consider the fact that he does have to be extremely careful, because if he does get caught up by Nick's assassin, he's officially dead. And also, the kills can come from any single direction, because because Mirana is available on this top 5 side, which means that Moonlight Shadow can drop, and they can just roam up, kill Tinker all by themselves, and that will be a worthwhile endeavor. That'd be a worthwhile endeavor. Lincoln Sphere was officially picked up on Mirana, so now Wraith King has to have one of his teammates do something to Mirana before he can actually get a stun off. And Mirana can also lend her Lincoln Sphere to her ally if she really needs to, or if they really need it. I think, to be honest, if they do, okay, Gem of True Sight is purchased up by Chain Protector, so they can do some dewarding. Like I said before, guys, top 5 will probably be the ones that pick it up first because they are in a better position, and also they want to make sure that they know when their cover is blown. So now we got down bottom Tinker, taking a bunch of damage. Justin not going to be able to do anything but just drop a whole bunch of March Machines. March Machines does fly through. Beautiful stop coming from Centaur Warner. Ulti comes off of Chain Protector, I think a little bit preemptively. Doesn't really matter. Centaur Warner will be donating his life, trying to keep his ally alive, but sadly loses his own life in the process. Double kill going towards Viper. Not really much to talk about. I mean, just people dying. The arrow from Ronald was pretty much on point. She knew where Tinker was and just got killed. Shakiro throwing out that nice little beautiful fire, burning everything through the fire and the flames. They carry on. Arrow from Ronald going to go ahead and fly out. Almost catches Shakiro, but actually misses.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And this bottom tower will be going down because there's a siege creep here.
Radiant's bottom
One
tower
siege creep is all it takes.
the wind.
Such a shame. Such a shame. So Tinker's going to go and continue doing his push thing. We got Wraith King trying to get some farm where he can. I really think he needs... yeah. BKB will be the only thing I can think that he can get to keep him alive a little bit longer. It won't stop the Viper Strike. It will not stop Chain Protector's ulti from stopping Wraith King completely unless Wraith King decides to use his BKB afterwards. But even if he does use it after the fact, it's going to be a big problem. It's going to be a big problem because that means that he either took a bunch of damage beforehand or now he pops his BKB and his allies are all standing still with nothing to do but cast maybe a spell or two. But I do want to say that Rubik needs a Blink Dagger so he can actually blink in and do some Blink Impales, which would be really nice for him to go for. And really outside of that, I mean, E-Hug are doing what they can. They're doing what they can with what they have. And right now they're completely blind on the map. Actually no, they have 2 wards. 1 Sentry Ward, 1 Observer Ward placed. Chain Protector does have that gem, like I said before, and he's going to hold on to it so Shanks can know when the cover is blown and where he can punch a ward to make sure it doesn't survive anymore, which I think is the purpose of punching wards. But yeah, both sides are kind of going their separate ways right now, collecting that farm where they can. Mirana, she has her Lincoln Sphere up, so I'm expecting to see a Desolator next, which she's saving quite a bit of gold up for. But Desolator coming up on Mirana will be really nice. After Desolator, probably MKB, so she can go for some more damage to become that carry. I'm actually a little bit sad to see that she hasn't decided to go for a Maelstrom. Because Maelstrom Mirana is always really cool too. Everything is just awesome. Everything is just awesome. Wraith King Armlet is fully completed, so he's going to be able to say, hey bro, I got more HP than you think I do. And he also has 1 point, so has Vampiric Aura now, so he can actually keep himself nice and healed up. Tree and Protector doing some scouting. He's hiding in the trees, trying to see where his team can actually go for an angle to go for a kill. Only level 1 inside that Nature's Guy, so he's only getting what? Oh, okay, never mind. The movement speed is always the same. As I say, he's only getting 10% movement speed versus what he could have, which would be 20%. But just a little bit extra movement speed so he can move faster. Roshan is back up. They do know. They do ping it out. I'm assuming they pinged it out. And True Protector starts healing his Witch Doctor. Yeah, all these towers have pretty much virtually been untouched, mainly because True Protector has been so obnoxious with those living armors. That's one of the things that sucks a lot about having a True Protector, and I think this will be officially one of the... Actually, this is not really there for Protect 1. But it's kind of like a 4 Protect 1 strategy. This is what you want to have happen. So, Roshan going to take a bunch of damage from these guys. He'll eventually be going down. The Viper is going to be the damage source. Shanks will be the follow-up damage source. Throwing out that Medallion Curse, helping him out with that negative armor. And Roshan officially gets slowed with the Viper Strike. That slows your attack speed and your movement speed. For what, a lot of seconds. Arrow from Mana, slaps Roshan in his face. Roshan will be going down, and while we take a moment to look at all these things that are happening, Sheepstick is coming up on Tinker, which I like. That means that they can easily stop a True Protector, Mirana, or maybe Viper. I think the most important person to stop would be True Protector. Mirana, you can just flat out kill her. True Protector, if you can sheep True Protector and make sure he doesn't drop his ulti, you can possibly go in for an easy kill. So I think he should be the primary target. But high chance they'll use it on either Nyx Assassin or Mirana. High chance. Pretty high chance. Moving on to the top 5, we see Aghanoscepter's up on Witch Doctor, so his ulti is going to be doing all kinds of bounce damage. I don't know what the maximum amount of damage that it does with an Aghanoscepter, but I do know it's going to be bouncing a lot more, and it's going to be hurting a lot more. So yeah, that's going to be pretty darn obnoxious.
Dire's top tower is not on top of things.
Upgraded by Aghanoscepter increases ward damage, death will... Okay, hold on. We got somebody up top. Somebody's up top is in a little bit of trouble. Just Appearance does get popped. Nyx Assassin is going to be getting scouted out. They're not going to go for it. They're going to instead back away. I honestly think they should go for it as hard as they want to. Because Nyx Assassin's spike character is on cooldown and they shouldn't know that. But Nyx is going to be saved because that Moonlight Shadow, and his ulti is still going to be going through. He's level 13, so it does not get the full duration. Meaning that if he waits the full duration of his ulti, then he gets to use it immediately again. That doesn't matter. Link Sphere is going to get popped by Mirana. She's going to be saved because that Link Sphere is there. Rubik steals Moonlight Shadow, which is actually going to be kind of cool. He can actually use that to initiate the next fight, and I think they should. We'll see what E-Hug decide to do. But they can definitely initiate the next fight. Have to be a little bit careful though, because True Protector does have that gem, and he is hanging out in the back lines. Shanks is invisible right now, hidden by the trees, using nature as his guise. Wraith King. Oh, Wraith King. He's gonna play some dubstep right now. Just fist pumping. Fist pumping. Wow, okay. Fist bump Wraith King, guys. You saw it here first. Viper now officially has a heart, which means that he survives for a ridiculously long time. That's 25% magic resist added on to his additional 25% innate magic resist, so he now has 43%, which I think it stacks multiplicatively, which means it doesn't stack 100%. Anyway, Jakiro might be a little bit trouble. He throws out a nice little whoa. Okay, he officially throws out the Ice Blast, and Moonlight Shadow does get thrown out by Rubik, and Rubik stole the Viper Strike, but it's going to be the crappy normal Viper Strike. Not going to be the Aghanoscepter Viper Strike, because he doesn't have an Axe.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Top tower taking some damage, it will be going down. And I think we're starting to see E-Hug crumple under the pressure. I mean, Wraith King doesn't really have the items necessary to keep him either alive or to kill people very fast. I think one of the things that he's missing is AC. He definitely needs that so he can actually get those faster right clicks and also get that higher amount of damage on top of everybody. And also the armor is really nice, especially considering now that it's a Death Slate on top of Mirana. Really needs that, as much armor as he possibly can get. Blinks forward, throws out a stun. Now we got all the chain stuns falling on top of Viper. Viper's a very survivable person. He's actually taking quite a bit of damage. He might be going up, pops himself a mechanism just in time, gets lasered in the face. 1,200 gold going towards Tinker. Dear God, Tinker can afford himself a Sheepstick now. All Tinker has to do is go to the Secret Shop and he can officially buy himself a Sheepstick. Rubik actually bought himself a Blink Dagger off of that as well. So I think Tinker should just go ahead and TP up towards this lane right here. Just TP up here. Kill his creeps, kill his tower, and then collect himself a Sheepstick. The courier is actually flying out. Tinker was going to be collecting Sheepstick that way, so it's a safer way. fine, cool, be a wimp about it. But actually we got Nick Assassin, he was hunting for something. I think he was looking for a tinker. Or maybe a courier, don't really know. There we go, sheep stick finished up by a tinker, so you can now perma-sheep somebody. Now the question will still be, who will he use it on? And I think it might be Mirana even still. Despite all this craziness that we've seen, it still might be Mirana. Tinker gonna farm himself some jungle creeps using that March machines. Farm all the creeps. They don't stand a chance. There's one dead. There's another. Oh no, no, it's not gonna die. Okay, it's not gonna die. Oh jeez, stop moving, Tinker. Oh, Blade Mail picked up by Wraith King. Okay. Okay, interesting choice. Instead of trying to kill them, he wants them to kill themselves on him. Which is cool because they have no blink daggers, they have no magic immunity. It's fine. Just ages up on Ron. Wraith King actually blinks forward, throws out a blade. No blade mail just used just yet. But the chain stone's coming out from Wishtalk. Now the ulti comes off from Wishtalk as well. A lot of damage coming from Wishtalk. They need to stop him as soon as they possibly can. But Wraith King is going to be officially going down. Wishtalk is still dancing around. Wraith King blinks out immediately. He doesn't want to die, but Rubik actually dies. Patzl on Ron is going to be going down, but she has ages right now. Spike Carry was used by Nick Assassin, stopping Wraith King right in his tracks. He's going to be going down here very soon. He's getting punched in the face by a Chain Protector. Nice little Dagon effect coming out from Nick Assassin, who did officially build himself a Dagon. Wraith King, Centaur Warrunner is going to be dying next, and I think that just might be GG, guys. We see top 5 in too much of a dominant position. E-Hug, I don't really know what they can actually do to defend this, especially since now they're losing on rankings. Actually, we got the dives coming on. Tinker's going to be the last one to die. It's way too little, way too late. Top 5 have not lost a single tower, and Team E-Hug has lost pretty much everything right now, including their lives. Including their lives.
Radiant's top barracks have fallen. Dire's middle tower is in the wrong end of business. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rubik, all he can do is drop a Viper Strike. Even if he does drop a Viper Strike, it's gonna be, I mean, it's not going to be good enough. Ice Path comes up with Jakiro, stops Mirana right in the track, but she does continue going because she's a cat. Cats are flexible like that. And middle tower's going to be going down. Middle Rax is going to be dying as well soon.
Had an unhappy ending.
Witch Doctor healing everybody up, and so is True Protector healing everybody else up.
Radiant's middle barracks were torn down.
And I'm pretty sure we'll see the GGs here very soon because the last set of Raxes are going to be going down. They're going to just play Ring Around the Raxes, or Ring Around the Raxes. Wraith King and crew are going to go for one last fight, one last stand. They're going to hold the line. Hold the line, men! The arrow flies, misses everything.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Tinker
attack.
trying to stop these creatures from killing things, and now we got Centaur Warrunner ulti going through. Viper turned into a piggy as soon as he possibly can. Chain Protector blinks in, gives himself a nice little ulti, stopping everybody. Moonlight Shadow gets used as well. Witch Doctor ulti flies. Rubik actually stole the beautiful ulti. Nice little turnaround fight. Mirana taking a little bit of damage. Not going to be enough to stop everything. I don't believe so because Jakiro's already dead. Centaur Warrunner, he's going to be going down here very soon. Rubik TP now. He's going to be able to TP out just in time. And the only people that are able to survive, of course, No on that Wraith King, Justin on that Tinker, and Amasheep sucks on that Rubik with that nice little clutch play. Blinks do come forward, the cancel TP does fall through, and GGs do come out. That's going to be it for it. So the victory does get claimed by top 5. Rubik comes forward, tries to do a little bit, actually dies right before in the game. He feels pretty sad now. And Mirana says, "You have learned nothing! Oh, you're such a meanie." So there you go, guys. That's it for this game in the TI4 Qualifiers for North American, for the North American thing. I think this is, the 5th game? The 5th game that we've collectively casted? So yeah, it's that game. Game of top 5 versus Team E-Hug. Top 5 do take the victory. Team E-Hug do drop down 1. And, oh man, I forgot to hit pause again. My bad, guys. So anyway, that's going to be it for this game, guys. If you guys want to check me out on some of my other stuff, you can check me out on YouTube, which is youtube.com/CulBlu Dota. That's CULBLU Dota. You can also, there will also be an annotation somewhere on this video that will lead you to the next video in the playlist. So if you guys did find this video by somehow randomly and you want to watch it in playlist mode, there will be a button there that says, "Hey, click here to watch in playlist mode." So click that button. Click that button, guys, to take you to the playlist so you can just watch it and just let it autoplay. It'll be fine. You don't have to do anything. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the commentary. But outside of that, though, that's it for this game, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always with these casts, I'll see you guys whenever.